In the early days of the internet, there was a virus that was unlike any other, a digital plague that spread through networks with an eerie purpose, known only by the chilling name, the Phantom. It began appearing in the late 1990s, when the world was still grappling with the newfound power of the web. At first, it seemed like a harmless piece of software, just another file that users downloaded unknowingly. It came in the form of an innocuous-looking email attachment, marked as a funny video or urgent update. Most people clicked without thinking, lured by the promise of something new. But once the file was opened, the nightmare began. The Phantom didn't just corrupt files or steal data. It took control. Within seconds, it would infiltrate every connected device, silently slipping past firewalls and security protocols. But what made it truly terrifying wasn't just its ability to infect. It was the fact that once it had settled into your system, it started altering the very nature of what you could see and hear. Users reported that their screens would flicker, displaying unsettling images that seemed to appear from nowhere. Shadowy figures with no explanation, unsettling faces peering through the pixels. The real terror began after the virus had fully embedded itself in the system. Files would disappear without warning, leaving nothing but strange symbols in their place. But the most disturbing aspect, some users began hearing distorted whispers through their speakers, even when their computers weren't in use. These whispers would grow louder, more frantic, as though someone or something was trying to speak through the device. In some cases, the voices seemed to know personal details about the users, details no one could explain how the virus could have access to. As the Phantom virus spread, stories began circulating on online forums and tech support groups. A few users shared that, after cleaning their system, they would wake up to find their computers back on, screens glowing in the dead of night, running without any command. One user, a software engineer, reported that after removing the virus from his personal computer, he discovered a hidden folder within his hard drive, one he was certain had not been there before. Inside the folder was a single video file, unplayable, yet showing an image of a figure dressed in dark, tattered clothes. The figure's face was blurred, but its eyes were unmistakably clear, cold, empty, and staring right at him. But perhaps the most horrifying revelation came from a small group of victims who reported that after their systems had been infected, they noticed something strange happening in their homes. Objects began to move on their own. Doors would slam shut when no one was nearby. And some even claimed to have seen shadowy figures standing in the corners of their rooms at night. It wasn't just the computers that were haunted. The Phantom had left its mark on their lives. Tech experts and cybersecurity professionals couldn't. He explained how the virus spread so quickly, or why it behaved in such an unnerving way. No one could determine if it was just an elaborate hoax or something more sinister. But what everyone agreed on was the fact that the virus was more than just software. It felt personal, like it was targeting people specifically. Those who had fallen victim to it reported an uncanny sense of dread, as if the virus wasn't simply a malicious program, but something that was alive, something that had a purpose beyond mere destruction. To this day, the Phantom virus remains an unsolved mystery in the annals of cyber horror. It was never fully eradicated, and although it hasn't been seen in over a decade, there are whispers that it might still be lurking in the deep recesses of the internet, waiting for the next unsuspecting victim to open its door. So, the next time you receive an email attachment, you might want to pause and think twice. Because some viruses are more than just code. They might be something darker, something that wants to connect with you in ways that only the digital abyss can understand.